Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for July 2024. We're going to jump right in here, Gemini. You have this slow card. It says making slow progress, but you're getting there. You also have this teacher. It says teach what you know, even if you aren't an expert. You know, they say the best way to learn something is to teach it. So I definitely think that could be very good for you. But I also think that you are kind of like learning a lot in life just in general. Yeah, you have this owl spirit. Owls are, animals of kind of like knowledge. So I feel like you've been learning a lot. The hermit, he needs to come down from the mountain and he needs to teach what he has learned. He's holding what he has learned inside that lantern. And we're definitely going to talk about that when we get to the hermit. But in your current general energies, you have the Queen of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles. So you're coming in this like very independent energy, Queen of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles there. The Nine of Pentacles kind of says that you have all this knowledge as well. The Nine of Pentacles, she has these grapes behind her, that she has grown. And grapes in the tarot are meant to represent something that is very difficult to grow, even in real life. To grow grapes well, you have to have skills, and you also have to have the perfect conditions for them to grow well. They grow better in some places than others. So she knows how to do something well. And it basically says that you might have a skill. And sorry, I think I bumped this camera earlier. So again, you have a skill, and now it's time for you to kind of like share what you have learned. I also feel it would be a good time for you to like focus. She has that falcon on her hand there. And the falcon represents the fact that she is training her focus, or she is kind of like learning how to focus on what is important better. You also have the Queen of Swords, who is also learning how to focus. She only has clouds halfway up her body. And so it kind of represents the fact that she sees clearly for the first time. And whenever I have the Queen of Swords in the first row, her back is to the past, which means she's very focused on, kind of everything in front of her. So you are focused on the future big time, especially coming up in the first row here. You have the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles is a card of teamwork or collaboration. So if you are growing grapes in your life, if you are growing something that is difficult to grow, it basically says you don't have to do things on your own. And again, the Three of Pentacles is a card of quality work. He has done a good job creating those pentacles that are above his head. He's actually gone above and beyond as well. There's this this is a fire triangle. This right here is a water triangle. And the water triangle says that he has kind of put a little bit of his own vision into the project. He has done a little bit extra on what he has created. So whenever I get the Three of Pentacles, I feel that sometimes it's saying that doing a little bit extra, putting a little bit extra into the work that you do in your life, could make all the difference in the world. He is receiving recognition for the work that he has done. I always think of this as like a really good card if you want to get a raise or promotion, for example, to just put in a little bit extra work, because it'll probably make all the difference. You also have the Ten of Pentacles right next to it. So, there could be some positive changes in your finances, or whatever you're doing with your finances, that's where you could be experiencing a positive change. With the Queen of Swords, you have the World. I just get this feeling that you're much more open this month, or you're more open to whatever, new ideas, all this other stuff. Jupiter in your sign as well as expansion. So I think that you could be the Queen of Swords. I feel like this is saying that you are expanding into the world, or you're just expanding in general. But along with that comes the teaching, kind of like showing the world what you're made of with the Hermit card there. And like I said, we're going to talk about that. You have the Queen of Swords again with the Nine of Pentacles. It's funny that I said at the beginning of the reading, Queen of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, and then you have the Queen of Swords in the Nine of Pentacles. When I put down the cards, I immediately felt like those two cards were connected. That's why I said that. And so I feel like they're both just talking about you coming in this independent place, and I think you're just very self-sufficient at this time. I think you're able to take care of yourself. You're able to do the things that you're wanting to do. It's almost like this reading is talking about the icing on the cake. It's like you can take care of your basic needs on your own, but it's like what is that next level? The icing on the cake, right? And I feel like that's what you're trying to build. With the Three of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is the card of resourcefulness, or being resourceful, paying attention to your resources, and clearly you are doing that right here. You have those 3 pentacle cards, and I just think that you've learned a lot about your finances, or you've learned a lot about how to improve your finances, and now that's what you're working on, plain and simple, is money. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this wombat spirit, says be at home. You have this owl spirit, it says you see clearly now. Yes, you do. You have the Queen of Swords twice. The owl spirit here is very similar to the Queen of Swords energy. She sees clearly for the first time. So I feel like you are seeing clearly like what you need to do in life or how you can accomplish something. The Ten of Pentacles is a very appropriate card for the time that we're in. I think the universe itself is asking everyone to build or leave a legacy, and the Ten of Pentacles is all about building or leaving a legacy. So you are clearly doing things, to build something bigger and better in your life, or something that's like, bigger or whatever. You have the Hermit, probably your most important card here. The Hermit has climbed to the top of a mountain. He's been through a dark night of the soul, so he's been through something that's challenging or difficult. And now he has this star in the lantern here, and that star is kind of like the things that he's learned, the experiences that he's had. And the story of the Hermit is that now his next step is to come down from the mountain and not stay stuck there, and to share with the world what he has learned or whatever. And so you don't literally have to teach to do this. Just by simply living your life based off of what you've learned, based off your experiences and your lessons, you are naturally inspiring others to do the same thing, whether you realize it or not. So when you do something hard but then you live the example, that's how you can inspire people. I talk about this a lot right now because we have Pluto going into Aquarius. In November, it'll officially move into Aquarius. And I think one of the most spiritual, best things we can do is to just be an example for other people. And that's it. You have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is out with the old and with the new. A lot of the aces showing up in these readings I've noticed. So it could just be a good time for new beginnings or new growth. The Ace of Wands is a passionate new beginning. So you could be working a lot more on your passions, or you could be thinking a lot more about passion projects. What I would say is that we go up to the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords, a lot of people read it as lying, cheating, stealing, which it could be in your reading, and we'll definitely talk about that. But it also is a card of tactics. He is stealing those swords from this army that's in the background of the card. So instead of going to war, he is stealing the swords from the army that's in the background. And so I feel for a lot of you, this is basically talking about being tactical in the way that you approach new ideas. Most people, it's like when you learn about something new, you like learn a way to do it, and that's the way that you do it. I feel sometimes that the Seven of Swords says it would be a good time to experiment or see if there's another way to do whatever you're trying to do, so that you can find the best way to do what you're trying to do. And that's really what this is saying. I also feel like this is saying, be more playful in your approach. He has polka dots on his cloak. She has polka dots on her cloak right here on the Three of Pentacles. Polka dots in the tarot can represent taking things too seriously and just needing to, be more playful or try different ways of doing things. You have the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire in your life. So the Ten of Pentacles forms the tree of life on the Ten of Pentacles. And again, it just kind of represents everything you want and desire in your life. So I feel for a lot of you that you could be trying to create a Ten of Pentacles. We've had a ton of energy move through Taurus. Jupiter was in Taurus. We still have Uranus in Taurus. And I always say that. I think that we really don't necessarily put what we learned into practice with a planet, like especially a big planet like Jupiter, until after it leaves the sign. And so Jupiter was in Taurus, which would be all about building, leaving a legacy. Really, it's about creating freedom. Same thing with Uranus, basically. There's more to it, but I'm simplifying. This is Chris's crappy astrology here, not accurate astrology. So again, just simple, down and dirty tarot and astrology. I think that everybody is, putting it all together, trying to build or leave some sort of legacy, or trying to create financial freedom or freedom in general. So I think this would be an amazing thing for you to work towards, is your Ten of Pentacles. And again, your Ten of Pentacles is just like, if everything went 100% according to plan, as Gay Hendricks says in one of my favorite books, The Big Leap, it's like, what would that look like? And that is your Ten of Pentacles, right? So that's what I would create. With the Hermit, you have the Lovers. Yeah, if you want love, you're obviously going to have to get out in public and, kind of leave Hermit mode and go find a person. So I think it would be a great time to do that. I also feel that this is just kind of like... Sorry, I'm choking. So as I was saying, I feel like this is confirmation that this is just you showing up in the reading kind of as the hermit, you needing to come out of hermit mode. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups could be a very passionate new connection coming in for you. You know, Ten of Pentacles is also the best love card in the tarot. Again, Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire in a connection. And we have the Page of Cups over here. So I feel for a lot of you, you could be attracting a very passionate connection, one where there's a lot of desire. But the Ace of Cups also would be something that overflows, something that has a never-ending flow as well. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Wands again, so repeating cards. I feel like a passionate new beginning could be leading to your Ten of Pentacles. Again, Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire in your life. Ace of Wands is kind of like the inspiration, or, you know, the spark. I always say that the Ace of Wands is my favorite card in the tarot because I think sometimes it's just like that one thing that we need to get motivated to move towards something new. It's like that spark of life, that spark of hope. And I feel that you are getting some sort of spark or an inspiration this month that leads to the Ten of Pentacles. And again, it could be a connection if you want love. This isn't like a total love reading. There is love here. You have the Ace of Cups twice, Ace of Wands twice. You have the Page of Cups, so there could be an admirer. But this could be anything. Like I said, Ten of Pentacles is everything that you want and desire. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this Forgiveness card and this Wonders card. I feel like the Wonders card is saying that it's a wonder that someone is coming in and asking for forgiveness. So you do have the Seven of Swords here. And this could say that a past liar, cheater, stealer is coming in and looking for an apology, or is, kind of looking for forgiveness, or, whatever you want to call it. As I always say, you don't have to forgive this person directly. You can just forgive them, in your heart, basically. Just, forgive the situation, move past it, and, kind of like let it go. One thing I will say is, like, I definitely would be careful here, Gemini, because Seven of Swords, Magician, whenever I have the Seven of Swords and Magician together, that's a very tricky energy. The Magician can be a trickster, So this person might be coming in looking for an apology, but they might have like ulterior motives, or they actually want something else, when they come in to apologize. So I kind of get that feeling here. I don't really feel this is a bad reading. This is not something that I would be worried about or concerned about. Really, I would change the focus to yourself. I think that the Seven of Swords is saying be tactical. I feel like the Magician in your reading is saying use all your talent, skills, and abilities that you have to make something else be successful. It's just basically he has mastery over all the suits in the tarot. And it's saying you need to make sure to, use everything you have to be successful. You have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups can, of course, represent wish fulfillment or receiving a wish. The Nine of Cups is about bathing in the energy of something that you want so that you can have it. And I don't really see it as a wish. Really the story of the card is that he's chubby, and he's meant to look chubby because he's about to have a feast. And the story is that he is attracting a feast to him because he has already had one before. So it basically says to get what you wish for, you have to have the thing that you wish for before you can have it. And people always say, how is that possible? And I always say, well, if you want to get wealthy, adopt the habits of a wealthy person. If you want love, adopt the habits of love, right? Love yourself, love nature, go love your dog or your cat or whatever. And it's just about being in the energy. And so I think that you kind of like being in the energy of what you want is going to be really important. Let's see. With the Seven of Swords, you have the Nine of Swords. Yes, I would be careful of this person. I feel like this person wants to repeat a mistake, basically. Nine of Swords is a never-ending nightmare. So Nine of Swords is having a nightmare, waking up and being stuck in a nightmare. Definitely a good card for making a change and maybe doing something different, or, avoiding the situation. So again, I sound like a broken record right now, but don't repeat this mistake. With the Magician, you have the Six of Wands here. Six of Wands is a card of success and a victory. It's like your first card of success here, I'm noticing, in this reading, which is good. We go from, you and the Hermit down through the Magician and the Six of Wands. Like I said, I think it would be a good month for you to change the focus onto yourself. And again, if other people want an apology, I would just be like, great, and move on. Because it looks to me like there's something new and better coming in for you. The Page of Cups is coming up in the good stuff. But there's also a lot of attention here. Three of Pentacles, Six of Wands. So it could be a great month for you to like get attention, or to get attention from the things you want. Yep, look at this. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Three of Pentacles. We have a ton of repeating cards in your reading. When you get a bunch of repeating cards, it's kind of like confirmation from the universe that you're moving in the right direction, or that you're doing the things you need to be doing. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this card that says prosperity lies ahead. You have this card that says bring love into the situation. So clearly a lot of prosperity that you're creating, probably based off your skills. Again, Magician, 9 of Pentacles. So if you're working hard on projects and stuff, this is really good. It could say that you're creating a lot of prosperity. The bring love into the situation thing, I feel like it's saying, forgive a person, or, love them as they are, or whatever, and, kind of forgive it. I don't know. I'm sure there's a million sayings about doing that. So there you go. You have the Page of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, and the Ace of Cups. Again, I do feel there could be a new connection coming in for you if you want love. I would be focusing on a new connection, especially, this looks like a repeat mistake to me with this person. Maybe you already did repeat it, which is fine. We all do it, right? But again, I wouldn't repeat it again like a third time, is what this is saying. I feel like there's something new and like much better and much more exciting, much more along the lines of what you actually want in a connection that could be coming in for you with the Page of Cups. So, again, I would be focused on something new. The Page of Cups also says, like, focus on your dream. He has this fish in the cup right here, and the story of that fish is that it might not exist. It might be part of his imagination. So he could be imagining a wish that isn't yet realized, and he needs to focus on that wish. He needs to take control of his destiny right here with the Wheel of Fortune, and he needs to make it happen. So the Wheel of Fortune and the good stuff really does say, luck is on your side, which I feel like I've said to you probably a million times. Again, Jupiter in your sign, definitely very lucky. So, things could be going a little bit more your way, but I feel like you need to live your life as if luck is on your side. I think that really luck is just, I think it's just preparation, really. And I also feel like, I have noticed that people who feel like they're lucky are just more lucky, right? Probably because they feel like they're lucky. And so I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is saying you can change your luck or your fortunes just by feeling as if you are more lucky. And also, changing the focus, which I think these two rows are kind of talking about here. Right here. They're saying, instead of focusing on the things that didn't work, focus on the things that are working and change your luck. You have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is your emotions overflowing or being very happy at this time. And so I feel like there is a lot of happiness coming in for you. I also feel that, if there is love coming in, again, this would be a connection that overflows. So it would be something where you don't have to overinvest in the connection. That's definitely going to be something that I think is important for you to pay attention to with this energy. But let's see what's going on here. With the Page of Cups, you have the Tower. So the Tower's coming up in the good stuff, so this would obviously be a good thing. I feel it could just be a surprise that you're, that a person is attracted to you, or that this, particular person is, wanting to be part of your life, so it could be a surprise. This could also just say that after that you have rebuilt your tower after a difficult period of time in love, and now you're just rebuilding your love tower. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Seven of Wands. I feel like you need to be committed to the change, like I said. So, I think sometimes when we commit to a new change, things from the past, doesn't have to be people, it could be anything. They kind of come in to test us almost like, are you actually committed to changing your fortunes? And, this is asking you to commit to changing your fortunes. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Hierophant. It could be a love connection that leads to marriage. So the Hierophant is definitely kind of like a traditional card. You could be attracting a very traditional person. The Hierophant is also a card of blessings in the good stuff. So, there definitely could be some blessings coming in here with the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the bridge between the heavens and the earth. So you might have some ideas, or you might have a vision of things that you want to accomplish in your life. And the Hierophant is about, bringing those blessings down to earth. You have this Cat card. It says a two-faced friend. I would be careful of this person for sure. It could be a friend as well. So, again, if you have a person who did you dirty, it might be a good time to put up those boundaries and not let them, back into your life. You have this Ring card. It says a marriage will take place either romantically or in business. So there you go. Definitely we see good love stuff here, and it could lead to marriage in the future. You have this Broken Bridge. It says unsuccessful outcomes to a problem. I feel like this person burnt the bridge. So, again, if you have a person who burnt the bridge with you coming back, I would definitely, I would be careful. I feel like this person has other stuff going on that you don't see. I think they have, things going on that they're, they're hoping that you can provide a solution. I would be careful of that. You have this October card and this Tulip. It says great passion on it. Whatever you're working on could be more passion-based. Ace of Wands twice. So you could be working on passion projects, passion-based businesses, and doing that will bring in a lot of success. And this could be something that you're developing, between now and October. And you end with this happiness card. We said happiness on the Ace of Cups. So, a lot of happiness and joy coming in for you. But this looks really good here, Gemini. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your month.